They're live now.
Taking its time getting through here.
Yes. So, I guess say hello to everybody.
Hello to everybody. I don't think we've got anybody joining in yet, but I'm just messing around in Animal Crossing here right now while we're testing the stream, but we're going to be playing some Atelier Ryza pretty soon.
So what's Atelier Rise all about for anyone who may not be aware? Because we were having this discussion the other day where I didn't know that it was anything really special. I just know it's an expensive game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not necessarily that it's special. It's just, it's kind of a unique series in a couple of ways. Like, one, it's very heavily based on crafting. Like, there's a lot of JRPGs have crafting, but that's literally the core point of the game. That's how you level up, that's how you progress in the game, that's how you unlock new cutscenes and things like that, is by getting, different accomplishments in your crafting. That's really where it goes. So obviously there is combat, but the combat is, it's fairly, there's different combat styles in each one of the games. I've really only played a couple of them, but I've watched a lot of videos about them. I'm pretty interested. So I'm really loving Ryza right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to play a little bit of that coming up soon. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff about the series that I absolutely love. The graphics are gorgeous. The character designs are super detailed, and where most JRPGs are kind of some kind of end of the world scenario, some kind of, God destroying the world or something like that. The Atelier games are mostly slice of life games. They're happy, they're low stakes. You're dealing with kind of real people in normal relationship situations and things like that. You're not dealing with huge bad monsters and that sort of thing. So.
Right. I mean, that does sound kind of interesting. Being a game that's a little more laid back, a little more, I don't know, chill, right? Chill games, they've been really become the norm. Like, we're playing Animal Crossing right now. It's a really chill game.
Yeah.
And like Minecraft has surged in popularity in the past couple of years, and I guess apparently our thumbnail is the 1 year anniversary thumbnail by the looks of it, but that's it is what it is. We'll just do it for the lulz at this point, I guess. I'm just trying to get the link so we can post everything where it goes, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of, if you guys aren't in either of our discords, or I mean, definitely join Nerd Craves. I don't know which side of the screen it's pointing, but join Nerd Craves Discord for sure, but mine as well, I'd appreciate. But yeah, you'll get all the updates for both of our content, and it's always a good time.
Yeah, I really should run over that, actually. I always mean to mention that sort of thing in my videos, but I am really active on Twitter, and I would really like it if any of you out there are on Twitter to look me up. I'm pretty easy to find. It's just at NerdMovie1. I'm active there 20-30 times a day. I'm on Twitter, like I'm there all the time. I'm pretty active on the Instagram as well, very active on Facebook. You can find both a page for Nerd Crave on Facebook, as well as a group for collectors for buying and selling all kinds of nerdy collectibles, not just games, comics, all kinds of toys and things like that. So definitely connect with me on some of the other social media. It's nice to hear what you guys have to say, and YouTube comments are wonderful, and I love your comments, absolutely, but it's a little more personal when you can actually have a back and forth conversation on something like Twitter, so it's a lot more fun that way. You can see on my island right now, I've got all of this Mario stuff all over the place. I haven't got around to organizing my island yet. I was just buying all of the Mario stuff while I could get my hands on it. I didn't know if it was going to end up being a limited time thing like the rest of the Mario 35 type stuff, so I've just got it literally just all over my island, just kind of everywhere. I haven't set anything up yet, but...
What did you like the most of the 35 anniversary for Mario?
Well, I mean, obviously... there's ups and downs to the physical release of the 3D collection. I really like the fact that we've got those 3 games, Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, on a physical cart. I did go out and get that right on launch, and I'm happy to have it. I really wish they had have done a lot more with it, though. I feel like it was a pretty lazy kind of port. They didn't really put any special features, any extras, or anything like that. So I really would have liked to have had, maybe some history or stuff. Yeah, just the bottom one there. I really would have liked to have had maybe some interviews with the developers, or some extra features, some deleted scenes, or some art from would have been nice. Maybe a more interactive menu of some kind. But we got what we got, and it's really great to have those games on the Switch. I never got around to playing the Mario 35 multiplayer thing.
Yeah, neither did I. Well, see, it's not that I didn't necessarily get around to it. I didn't end up playing it, but I didn't play it because I didn't feel like I've wanted to get invested in a game like that when I knew it was going to die, when I knew it was going to go away and nobody could play it again ever.
Yeah.
Like, why even bother when I have hundreds of other games on my shelf to sit down and play, which we're doing now with our 90-day challenge, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I was pretty excited about the Game & Watch initially, but I ended up buying it for you rather than for myself, because I felt like it was just going to be another thing on my shelf that I never really interacted with. So Kaz asked for it for his birthday.
I was really excited about it because as a kind of collector and gaming historian, I mean, speaking of being a gaming historian, I need my bow tie. Where did I put that? The bow tie is actually pretty crucial to me and my brand, and as crucial as it is, I seem to have misplaced it. Oh, there it is. All right.
There we go.
Got the Squirtle bow tie. But it's to pay homage to Howard Phillips, who was Nintendo's game master.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
And he always had the bow tie on. It was his thing. But being gaming historian, not that I'm a historian, but someone who likes game collecting and sort of retro stuff, I was really excited about getting the Game & Watch here. And we were going to actually open it up today and get a look at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do that right now?
Absolutely. I'm just going to mess around here in Animal Crossing for a few minutes while we chat. Hopefully get a few people. Where is the,
You know what? We do need to find that, because I actually have no... looks like chat's... Okay, so chat's right here now, so we're good.
All right.
So let's see if I can maybe make myself a little bit bigger so we can actually see everything here.
So sorry guys, I almost never stream, and we're streaming right now in Kaz's house because my internet is kind of crappy. So we're using his equipment, and he doesn't normally stream on YouTube. He's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So between the two of us, we have missing information, and we're just trying to figure this out as we go.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at this here. This is the Mario Game & Watch here, which it's backwards for you guys, but mirrored cameras, right? But let's see if I can pull this out of this plastic without ruining anything. There is, by the looks of it, some tape on here. So let's see if I can puncture this tape without ruining anything. Should really have a knife on me in here, but I don't. There we go. There we go. We got it off. I understand why they put the little tape and whatnot on these, but it's really a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Pain in the pin feathers, as they used to say. So to anyone in chat, what's your favorite Nerd Crave moments? Let us know.
Yeah, guys, I mean, super pleased to announce 500 subscribers, and that was actually last weekend, but this is the first date that we could come together and actually stream. So we're actually sitting at about 513 or 14 subscribers right now. Growth has been going really good, which I really appreciate. You guys have just been fantastic in supporting the channel. There's been a lot of great comments over the last year and a bit, giving me some advice and perspective on where I should go next and what sorts of things I can improve on. I've had people comment about my audio and camera and lighting and things like that, and I've learned so much from a lot of you. So absolutely grateful for the community and really looking forward to getting to that next level.
So what's the next major goal? Are we going for 750 or are we going for 1,000?
I think we're probably gonna go straight for 1,000 as the next goal.
That's a good one, I think. I think that's the right move.
A lot of people are, kind of against YouTubers, monetizing and that sort of thing. But for me, all I really want out of this hobby is for it to pay for itself. I'm not looking to get huge sponsorships and make all kinds of money and be independently wealthy and be some kind of a superstar, but I really would like for this hobby to make just enough money, maybe a few $100 a month or something, so that I can put it into, new cameras and new lighting and picking up games to review on the channel, and maybe, some road trips to do game hunting and that sort of thing, just to keep things interesting and fresh on the channel. So that's a goal for me. Not that I'm really, driving, ads and that sort of thing, but that's kind of where I want to head, is getting to that monetization level, that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So that we can ever so slowly start to get the hobby paying for itself,
No, it's really good to have the hobbies pay for itself. Personally, I mean, as a content creator myself, I'm working on a couple of other channels and videos for those channels, and I'd love to see, obviously I'd love the hobby to pay for itself, but I would like to make some sort of living off of it so that I could put more time into the hobby.
Well, obviously that's the dream, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who says they don't want to make a living doing this either don't love doing this or aren't being honest with you.
Yeah.
Because anybody would love to get paid to do what they love to do, and this is what we both love to do.
Exactly.
Right? So.
Yeah. So now I'm just taking a look at the Game & Watch here, which is pretty cool. So it's in this plastic casing here, but when you take it off, the case is all the Mario stuff, and on the back you see a Bowser level, which is pretty cool. Take a look at that.
Yeah, that's really neat.
And so looking at the front here, it's actually the Game & Watch ball game. And so on the back, it sort of describes how you can switch between Super Mario Bros. And ball, which is really, really cool. So let's get this box open here, if I can, without ruining it. Oh, there we go. It seems like they made this this kind of box pseudo collector friendly, which is nice. Okay, so they give us a little cord, little charging cord, USB-C, which is nice. Good convenience. And this seems to be the Game & Watch itself. So if I can get this open. Alright. Comes in this little foam sleeve, which is super sweet. And this is the little handheld itself.
Turn it on, let's see if it's got any battery power.
Yeah, how do we do that? Is there a power button? There is, so it's right on the side. And yeah, the webcam isn't going to show that very well, but yeah, it has, just press the time button, so I assume that's going to start. Okay, and then this, okay. So it actually like ticks, it's a clock, that's actually 12 o'clock. But you can sort of, I don't know, you can sort of play, it's like an LCD screen, which is cool.
Oh, that's really neat.
It doesn't really look like you can affect Mario on the clock mode, but if you press game, you can choose Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, or Ball. So you can actually play like the original. Okay, yeah, that's really cool.
So we're gonna move into Atelier Ryza, which is a game I'm really passionate about right now. I've recently, I won't say recently discovered the Atelier series, but I've had my eye on the Atelier series for a while. I was, vaguely aware of them on the PS2 and that sort of thing, but actually a YouTuber that I follow religiously, Isha Gaming, is really into the Atelier games, and she kind of got me excited for them, so I picked up Atelier Ryza when it was on sale digitally, and I picked up a couple other games since through a trade I did with you, actually. We picked up, Lydia and Suelle?
Yeah, Lydia. So originally, I you were talking about Atelier Ryza,
Yeah.
and I knew I had an Atelier game, and I just kind of figured it was the same game because I have no knowledge about the series. I have no series knowledge whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I don't really care about the Atelier games. Like, I kind of got it because there was some nice fan service, wink, wink. But that was about it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't play it. It seems like a bulk standard JRPG. And he's like, well, if you don't play it, I mean, I'm getting rid of a bunch of old Wii U games, and I know you'll want those for your collection, so trade. I was like, sure, why not? And it turns out it was not the game he was looking for, but you have Ryza digitally, right?
I have it digitally. I still want the physical copy for the collection because I really love the game, and I always want the physical copy for anything that I really love.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying playing it digitally for now. We're going to play a little bit here. This is it loading right now. And it's really awesome the way it kind of, like, it allows you to grow with the game. You can go out and do a little bit of grinding in a safe area where you're not going to get slaughtered. You can collect materials and upgrade your crafting skills and stuff. I'm actually stumped right now. I'm hoping Kaz can help me figure out. There's something specific that I need to craft to move on to the next story element, and that is a Reaper scythe, because I'm supposed to go and help my character's dad harvest the fields or something, and I'm supposed to craft this scythe, and I had to make a metal ingot first, which I did, but I couldn't figure out how to, like, transfer that over to the side.
Now I know this is probably not Minecraft crafting, right? It's you don't go and get 2 iron ingots and two sticks and make a diamond hoe or whatever.
No, you'll see.
Not the same thing.
You'll see, but I gotta go out and get some more materials because I used the ingots that I made on something else, so I've got to go out and get some more materials here, which we'll do right away. And then come back and craft another ingot. Right. I really love the music in this game too. It's so, I don't know, it's positive, happy music, but it's really nice and really catchy stuff.
All right. Ooh, let's get into some Ryza. Yeah, so I wouldn't have any idea in terms of the actual crafting, but I'm sure with general game knowledge I can figure something out.
Yeah, well, the idea is, you go into your synthesis here in your cauldron, and I need to, right now there is no recipe for the scythe. However, when I go into ingot here, you can see down at the bottom, recipe list changed. I need bronze, eisen, coburnite, and then Reaper scythe. I need a large bone.
Okay, so you need to find a large bone, right?
Large bone, but I had one of those, and I used it making a sword or something. I can't remember what. So now I need a large bone, and I need some more. See, I've got insufficient materials for the ingot as well. I need more of that.
Okay.
Amorite ore or whatever it's called.
So then you probably just have to go to wherever you can find that and just harvest it. And do
That's
some
what we're
grinding,
going to do now, but unfortunately I couldn't figure out how to actually make the Reaper scythe, but I need to figure this out before I can progress to the next part of the story. So, but
Electronic Emotions Program says he is the best subscriber.
Yes, you are, my friend. You're also one of my best contributors, and I very much appreciate that. How's it going, buddy?
He's you're the first one here in stream, so you can officially say first. But yeah, welcome on in. I will say, I do appreciate the art style of this sort of game. This does look really nice. It looks really pretty. And I do like gathering and sort of just grindy sort of element. First, he says. Yeah, no, I've been playing for my 90-day backlog challenge this week. I've been playing Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of gripes with that game because the biggest mechanic is the car, where you're driving from location to location, and it's super slow, and even if you control it, you're not really controlling it.
Yeah.
So it's just, you're sort of sitting in it for no reason. spending like 3 to 5 minutes, right? Just sitting there waiting for the game to get you where you need to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mechanic I could have done without. But the major point here is there's a lot of sort of gathering that you can do in Final Fantasy 15, and a lot of quests that rely on you going out to a specific area, beating a bunch of monsters, getting whatever, and bringing it back. Those are usually side quests, but it's still really fun.
Yeah.
What game is this?
Atelier Ryza #1. I've just recently dipped my toe into the Ryza, or into Atelier in general, and I'm absolutely in love with just the kind of laid-back, happy, fun, low-stakes. There's no end-of-the-world scenarios or anything like that. It's just kind of a slice of life with little mysteries and everyday things. A lot of crafting and collecting and that sort of thing. The battle system in this is interesting. It's taking some getting used to. You'll see here in a minute. I'm going to go get into a battle with this.
What is this, a dragon or a wyvern?
A wyvern, yeah. Back here.
Yeah, 15, he says. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15. I actually love the combat, like, in terms of the way the combat functions. I don't like how weak I feel as the main character in the combat, though. I feel like I'm dying way too often. I feel like the game is trying to rely on, like, using food to buff your stats, and all the other stat buffing whatever way too much. It relies on that too much. I'm also playing on normal versus easy, and I play my games typically on easy unless it's a game like Dark Souls, where obviously there's no whatever, or it feels like you should be playing it on a harder difficulty.
Yeah.
But I play typically on easy because right now I just want to experience the stories, right? And that's kind of what we had.
I'm playing this on easy right now, and there's pros and cons to it. The battle system's a little too easy. I think I may go up to normal once I get my sea legs.
Is this turn-based or?
It's turn-based, but the battle system is kind of weird because you can switch between the characters that you can control at any given time, but it's all, you see on the left-hand side, these icons moving down. You have to time your button presses right to catch them just in there to get the most powerful attack.
Okay.
So you hit the A button just when your character gets into the circle.
And then it's their turn at that point when it's in the circle. So it's almost like a...
If you want to hold off your character's attack, you don't push the button, and you wait till somebody else is attacking, and you hit them both at the same time, and then they'll do a combo attack, the two characters together.
That's really cool, actually.
It's pretty interesting.
Is that every game, or is that just this one?
It's just this one. The battle systems are a little bit different in every game.
So it's kind of like Final Fantasy in that regard.
Yeah. So this is taking a little bit of getting used to because it doesn't really explain it very well anywhere. So it's kind of been trial and error for me, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, and it's pretty, it's pretty fun. I mean, it kind of has that same auto battle mechanic that Xenoblade does, but it's just less frantic.
Right. He's saying that Final Fantasy 15's combat is a weak version of what Xenoblade is doing, which I haven't played Xenoblade or Xenoblade 2 all too much, but what I remember from Xenoblade 2 was it's, I don't know, like, I can see the similarities. Yeah, for sure. I like Final Fantasy 15's combat better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2, though, for sure. Apparently Atelier is too big for him to even consider getting, though. Which one would you recommend to start?
There's like 30 games in the Atelier series, give or take. But just in the modern Atelier series, which is what most people are interested in right now, you've got the Dusk trilogy, what's the other one? The Arlen trilogy, and there's one other trilogy, plus 2 standalone games. That's Ryza and Ryza 2. I think there was one other one. So there's about 10 or 12 games that are all on the Switch, and that's what is considered the modern era of Atelier, and I think they're pretty approachable for the most part. If you want to go back to like the Iris trilogy on the PS2 or something, you get back into those, you can get up into like 30 games to collect, and they're all pretty expensive.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting, the older games, or just the Atelier series in general. Because as I was saying before, I didn't really know about it until I found Lydia and Suelle that I picked up for fan service. And even then I didn't really appreciate it when I played it. I was like, okay, this is, I guess, a charming little game, but it just seemed like a very much just a bulk standard JRPG. I had no idea that it was getting expensive or why it would be expensive. But seeing a game like this, like seeing Ryza here now, I can definitely understand why people are enjoying it.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to, like, you gotta level up. Sorry, I'm not really good at multitasking, so
Yeah.
I'm, like, in the middle of a battle here and I'm blanking out.
I'm more well trained for it, that's for sure. I do this weekly basis, 3 times a week.
Yeah. And it's hot in here, too.
It is. I've got the window open. This is not a very nice room.
Yeah.
I used to have a fan in here, and it actually didn't help. But it was also the dead heat of summer when I had that fan. So, you're not diving in. The games come out at a rate of about 3 per week, and stayed on the shelves for about 15 per title.
Yeah, exactly. They disappear and turn into $150 games like within a couple months.
Yeah, so in this game trade we were talking about, I gave him the Lydian Suel, and then he has Ryza here, and so I just went and picked him up Ryza 2, so that he would have that for the collection there.
Yeah.
And you haven't dipped your toes, you're not going to until you finish this, or?
Well, not for Ryza. I mean, I might as well play this game. I'm enjoying it, right? And
Yeah.
just finish this one and then move into Ryza 2. I actually contacted my friends at Final Boss Video Games in Edmonton because they are really fantastic at getting hard-to-get games for retail prices. So they're actually importing me the Atelier Dusk trilogy on the Switch, all 3 games from Japan. They are playable in English, but it's the Japanese physical of all 3 games. And it's going to cost me about the same as the digital deluxe version on the Switch, like $110 or something. So
yeah.
I'm pretty excited for that. I'm going to have to wait a couple months for them to get it in and then get it shipped to me and stuff, but...
Oh, fair enough. There you go. And we're checking out a couple other games tonight too, right? Mary Skelter, I think you said?
Yeah, I'm going to switch over to... You'll have to grab the Joy-Cons or something because I want to play Scott Pilgrim with you. I just picked that up. Unfortunately, I missed the limited run games release of Scott Pilgrim. I'm hoping to find the game on eBay. I think there were enough copies sold that it won't be too expensive to pick up after the fact. Or maybe even ask for it as a Christmas present or something.
Yeah. He's hinting.
Yeah. But I did buy it digitally because it was only like $17 or something like that. So we'll maybe play a little bit of that because it's super fun to play 2-player beat 'em up. One thing I did notice when I was playing it, because I've never actually played the game before, I've recently been playing Streets of Rage 4, which is an absolute top tier, like AAA level beat 'em up. Like, never played a better beat 'em up, and it's just fantastic. So, excuse me, magic.
Yeah.
It's not actually magic, it's something I crafted.
Close enough.
Going to Scott Pilgrim, it feels a little slow-paced. The levels seem really long, and your character's motion and stuff seems kind of sluggish, but it's still pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm interested to check it out for sure. And what else? Are we playing anything else tonight? Are we gonna move into like new Pokemon Snap or?
Well, I mean, it really depends on how long we're on for and how much fun everybody is having, hanging out with us and stuff like that. I'm going to just finish what I'm doing here and head back to Ryza's room and see if I can craft something. And then we'll switch over to another game. I just need to find some ores, which are rare in this area.
Yeah.
How many people have we got on now? 6.
Yeah, we got 6 people.
Who have we got?
Yeah,
just Sean talking right now, so...
Yeah, and if you're here and you don't want to chat, don't feel pressured to at all. But if you want to say hello, we love to chat. We'd love to say hi to you. The whole point of this stream, they don't happen very often, right? So we want to answer every question we can and be as inviting as we can.
Yeah, obviously. And I mean, I'd love to know who's here. Who we chatting with. So. Well,
Ty Sabi says hello. I believe that's my friend Tyrone. How you doing tonight, my friend? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. This is not the Canadian Cafe. I'm used to saying welcome into the Canadian Cafe.
It kind of is the Canadian Cafe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the cafe. We're drinking coffee out of Pokemon mugs. So come on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Grumpy Driver. How you doing tonight, my dude?
Hey, Grumpy Man. How's it going?
But speaking of the Canadian Cafe, the whole group of us, we got the Rookie Division and Fool's Dojo YouTube channels. They're all being lumped into the Canadian Cafe in terms of the brand. It's Canadian Cafe Entertainment now. And on my page, I have your channel as well on there. Like, it's like right when you log in, there's, you know, suggested channels or whatever, and it's
Right.
you're on there because I figured this is more of the gaming division of YouTube of the Canadian Cafe Entertainment,
Right.
more or less. So it's that'd be pretty cool. Nerd Crave is your fave, Ty? I believe it. Fish says hello as well.
Attaboy. Hello, Fish. Now, let's see if I've got materials for this now.
Alright.
Ingot.
So you're making this ingot now, and then this will help you make your scythe, right?
Hopefully.
So, what has everyone been up to since our last stream, and what was it? It was like, was it just after Christmas, or was it before Christmas that we had
No,
it was 300.
like January, middle to the end of January, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. That's when we were here last live streaming. And we were here for, I think it was 300. We initially planned for 250.
Yeah.
But with everything working out, it was 300, so.
So I still didn't find a large bone. I probably have to fight a large enemy to get the bone out of the enemy, so I'll do that another time. I'm just gonna head over to my diary here and save. Did you want to hook up another controller? I guess you can just take the
Yeah, I'll just use your
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons. Right now, Fish, we're playing Atelier Ryza, but we're actually going to move over to another game, I believe Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
We're going to move over to Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, the game, which is a beat 'em up. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the movie, or I actually have been planning for a long time, and now that I have the game, it's more of a reality that I would like to do a franchise comparison between the game, the original comic books, and the movie, and just kind of go through the whole franchise. So that's something I have had on my mind for a while. Now that I've got the game, I may do kind of a comprehensive review on the game amongst kind of a franchise.
So now I just flipped my camera so I can actually look at you on camera when I'm looking at you in real life. Because I look over at you, but my camera was looking that way, so I'm going to look this way at the TV now, at the game, but yeah. Fish has read all the comics, watched the movie, and got all the trophies in the game. He loves Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the movie with you in, I think it was the drive-in. We went to see it.
Yeah. I don't know what my Scott Pilgrim game is. It's maybe it's on my other Switch, so I might have to download it. So
that would be rough if it's on the other Switch.
We may not be able to play Scott Pilgrim because I'm pretty sure it's on my other Switch, and I can't even connect to the internet, I don't think. Yeah, I guess you could put the credentials in.
Theoretically, I could.
That's probably too long to go through. Yeah, okay.
All right, well, let's
we'll play something else. We'll do Mary Skelter if it's on here somewhere.
All right.
There it is.
All right, let's do it. Ooh, that's interesting art. It's a very different, very big change in the atmosphere going from Ryza to Mary Skelter by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, Mary Skelter's interesting. It's a series that started off on the PS Vita, and the original game is really expensive. I haven't actually played the first game, but the second game came on the Switch. It's a compile heart game, so you kind of know what to expect in terms of fan service and stuff. It's an Idea Factory game. All the anime girls in here are named after, like, Disney princesses type thing, like Little Mermaid and Snow White and Cinderella and stuff. But otherwise, it's just a really colorful dungeon crawler. It's pretty interesting. I haven't played a whole lot of it yet, but I did want to play some of that on stream here, so...
Sean here says that he has Scott Pilgrim on PS3 and he likes it. It's better than River City Ransom, he thinks. He has the books and the movie, and he's gonna have to say the comics are the best, then the movie, then the game. And Fish agrees that comics are the best. Ranger is also saying good evening. So hello, Ranger, how you doing?
Good evening, Ranger. So Sean, was that Sean that said he has the books and the movie and everything? All right, well, Sean, that's it. You've just committed yourself to do the series review with me then.
Yeah, I think Fish and Sean both said that, so. Alright, Mary Skelter 2. So, have you played 1?
No, I've never played 1. I've gone on Reputation and picked this up because it was like, I don't know, $15 or something on the Switch eShop. And I was just super curious about it because I don't
move this
have
light
a
up a little
Vita.
bit because it's starting to get darker in here. See if we can get some better lighting, you know?
Yeah, there we go.
Ugh, a little more consistent anyway.
I don't have a Vita. I had a Vita for a very short amount of time and then traded it away for a Super Nintendo, which I then traded away to you for something else.
The Super Nintendo's actually sitting there under my law books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm interested to check out this game and see what it's all about. So is this a point and click type game or?
No, not exactly. You have to use the D-pad, and like movement is kind of weird.
Okay. This looks. Is this a multiplayer game or is this a single player?
I believe it's single player.
Okay. Oh, because we're gonna play Scott Pilgrim. I'm like, why do I have the Joy-Cons then? But that's okay. It's yeah, this looks interesting. So is this sort of like a puzzle maze type game then?
Kind of in a maze, but then you have like battles here and there, and there's all kinds of secrets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where I left off here, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on at the moment. I think I'm supposed to be working my way up this building. It was a really cool setup for this story where... Oh, okay, there's a switch over here. That makes sense.
Fish is not really into anime type games, even though he's in love with Pokemon. See, Pokemon for me, Pokemon is my genre. I actually stream Pokemon the majority of the time. Right now, it's Minecraft May or Maycraft, so it's a little bit different right now. But I usually do stream Pokemon, and I love Pokemon. But I wouldn't almost not consider Pokemon anime, even though it is Japanese. It is anime. I just don't. It's not in the same category to me. It's its own thing almost. Almost the way that like American anime, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, is its own sort of genre.
It's its own thing,
or
yeah.
like even like Hello Kitty is technically anime, but it's its own thing, right? Like it feels like it's its own thing. So I love the anime art style myself as well, but I love Pokemon. Like it's based off a game and then it turned into an anime. Pokemon is it was an anime that was turned in was based off the game. 100%. Most people know it from the game. It's actually interesting. Pokemon's one of the biggest media franchises in the world.
Yeah, it's huge. Like, you don't think about it, but Pokemon is literally bigger than Star Wars.
It's bigger than Disney.
It's bigger than Disney. Like
it's ridiculous.
It's just...
There's like all the merch. There's, the games are actually a small fraction of the revenue that Nintendo brings in from Pokemon between the show, the cards, the merch, everything else. It's ridiculous. I love Pokemon, though. I really, really do. What's your favorite Pokemon, Fish, if you don't mind me asking? Mine, I love Glaceon and Totodile. Totodile was the first Pokemon I ever got. He was my starter in Pokemon Gold. And Glaceon is just such an elegant Pokemon. I just love the way it is. Like, I don't know, I just love its design. It's beautiful.
Thank goodness we won.
I don't know if you would have a favorite Pokemon here or not.
Not really. I mean, I like the
much.
idea of Pokemon, but I've never really played a game for more than an hour or so.
Mimikyu? Oh, a lot of people love Mimikyu. Mimikyu is so cool.
I'm recently, I picked up Pokemon Snap because I figured that would be a Pokemon game that I could actually maybe get into just because it was...
It is actually that second one there, Fish, but with a Y before the U. So, Mimikyu.
Did you think
It's
I would
awesome.
lose
You started playing Pokemon Red last year and you stopped and you got annoyed at the item system. You were sure you'll finish it someday. Red and Blue, and, by extension Yellow, are really annoying when it comes to the items and the boxes where your Pokemon are all stored, and it's just because of how archaic and old it is. I would say if you want that original game feel, you want to sort of start with Fire Red and Leaf Green, because that's where it's the same game but on the Game Boy Advance, and it has the updated mechanics for more current generation Pokemon, and it has abilities and stuff that's more up to date. Of course, if you have nostalgia for Red and Blue and you really want to enjoy it, then by all means play Red and Blue. But it's really actually a terrible place to start if you're really looking to enjoy a Pokemon game. if you want to, just kind of enjoy a story for a Pokemon game, some of the best stories are Black and White and Black 2 and White 2, and Platinum. Those games are some of the best games that you can get involved in when it comes to Pokemon for the main series. Mimikyu commits identity fraud. Exactly. I love Mimikyu's whole sort of get-up and design. So Mimikyu, I assume you have no idea what a Mimikyu is.
No.
And I'm sure a lot of people on stream here don't either. Mimikyu is, it's kind of a meta Pokemon, where it's got so jealous of Pikachu's popularity that it's a ghost that has a rag over its head that it tries to be Pikachu. It's like, it looks like terrifying dead ghost Pikachu,
right.
And it's really kind of hilarious because it's literally mad that Pikachu is popular.
Yeah.
And Pikachu is like not that popular in the game world, right? But in the real world he is. You start at the beginning, you have no nostalgia. You don't hate it, it's just the item system. You don't like starting with remakes. I mean, that's fair enough, and like to each their own, I totally get it. I'm just, in terms of my own game knowledge, Fire Red and Leaf Green, because it's the same game, it's the only difference is late game, where they add in extra content that you don't even have to do. But they were super faithful with the remakes. But obviously you don't, it's your way, right? You play games how you want to play them, so you enjoy them. Oh, are we doing a game now? Cool. What car looks cool to me? That one would be funny. Driving school. You know what? Just for the memes, I'm gonna do this one.
So Mary Skelter was so much text, and I couldn't read the text while Zach was talking, and tried to not be a zombie myself.
Yeah.
So I switched over to this. I thought it would be a little more interesting.
I have no idea what the controls are. Is it just A to go? Looks like it. Okay. Is there some sort of drifting?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It's basically just pedal to the metal and go.
Oh, cool. All right. Ooh, coins.
You have nitro on Y, I think it is.
Okay. Woo. Ooh, can I make it? Can I get in? Ooh, I'm passing some people.
Totally wiped out.
Ooh. We shouldn't exceed the speed limit. That's hilarious. I love this. Has Mimikyu ever been unmasked? So I think in the anime, it actually has been somewhat unmasked, quote unquote. And it's the lore behind that is if anybody sees what's under its cloth, that creature will just die. Just die from being so horrified at what it saw.
Slow down, we're on vacation.
Which is really, really cool. So this is basically Horizon Kids mode? Is that what this is? Is that what Sean is saying there? I can't really read very easily now that I'm trying to pay attention to being in a game. I like the animations. I like how it kind of just kind of flips you over when you hit things. Pretty cool. This is almost more fun than Mario Kart. I wish we had the audio, because I wonder what the audio sounds like. I know those people listening on stream can probably hear it, which is really cool. But we just can't because of the way it's set up.
Yeah, the way we've got it set up without turning on the TV volume, which would backfeed through the microphones, so we're playing with no volume. It's kind of disconcerting because you can't really... You lose that whole sense of speed and stuff from the audio and whatever, so.
I picked up a new microphone so that I wouldn't have that issue, and because I was fairly kind of up to the wire today as it was, but I bought this microphone so that we could have this issue, and now we got it anyway. The audio is just car noises. Interesting. Not even any music or anything, eh? Should be music, shouldn't there be?
There is music, but it's kind of just like background music. It's not like anything like crazy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've played quite a bit of this game, but it goes on forever. There's a lot of it.
Yeah. What did you pick this up for?
Price?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks. This was the second game I ever bought with the Switch. I bought Animal Crossing the day I bought the Switch, digitally, and then I bought this like the same day, like 10 minutes later.
Right.
And it's one of my all-time favorite games on the Switch. It's on other consoles too, but for some reason it just seems to be just right for the Switch.
Is there like a button for your gears? Is it your L and R to change gears and stuff?
Probably if you put it in manual mode, but it's probably in automatic.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna pretend that I actually know how to use gears, but you know. I actually do want to get into some proper racing games, like Gran Turismo and I guess Horizon, but on Xbox.
Yeah.
Not Horizon Zero Dawn, but you know.
Forza Horizon.
Forza Horizon, exactly.
Not really so much of a racing game as it is a sandbox car game. I mean, you do race, but
still, it's...
You know, most of that game is just driving around for fun, really. I'm seriously blowing chunks. Whoa!
Ooh, this is not trippy at all. Ooh, I'm in sixth. Let's get it. Come on.
Ooh, I'm gonna run out of gas.
Oh, you can do that in this game?
Yeah, you're supposed to pick up gas cans along the way. oh, there we go. Got a couple.
I did not get a couple. Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know. Ooh.
Whoa! Wrong time to use the boost. Well, I boosted myself right into the wall.
That's hilarious. For some reason in Indigo League, they make Blue named Gary, but in the show he's like a Chad for some reason. But in the manga, he's like a lone wolf. Yeah. I don't know why but like they obviously didn't name, you know, Red Ash, right? Or they didn't name Red. They named him Ash or Satoshi if you're watching the Japanese version of the anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's Blue in the anime and in the manga. And he's Gary in the show, which is pretty good. I don't know.
I'm gonna go through something I've been meaning to do with you guys for a really long time is go through my digital Switch collection and just kind of talk about some of the games. What's going on here?
I don't know.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I just want to talk about some of the games that I've been playing and some of the games I haven't had a chance to play yet that are really awesome. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Now, most of you guys know that I'm a sucker for peaceful gaming, stuff that doesn't involve combat and doesn't involve too much in the way of stress, that I can just relax either with my morning coffee or at 3 o'clock in the morning after a long day of work and just kind of chill. So games like Story of Seasons, Animal Crossing, absolutely love. I recently picked up, and I don't know why it's not showing up right at the top here, but I recently picked up Story of Seasons.
Pioneers of Olive Town?
No, I got, where is it? Doraemon Story of Seasons. I just picked that up. I haven't even started that yet, but that's based on an anime.
Okay.
But mixed with Story of Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently from the reviews, it's kind of a bit of a letdown because people were expecting more from the Doraemon franchise, and what they really got was a boring farming sim. But I think, to me, I'm probably going to love it because it's probably going to be a farming sim with more character than I'm used to.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, so Fish here is saying he likes to play games with amazing story like Mass Effect.
I really want to play the new Mass Effect remastered trilogy, but I'm kind of holding out for it to come to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Basically for me, if I can't get it on the Switch or Game Pass, I'm not buying it anymore. At least not in terms of new games. Older stuff like GameCube games and stuff, I'll spend my money on, or old DS games that are super rare, or, But when it comes to like going to the store and buying a brand new game, I don't really do it anymore unless it's on the Switch.
Fair enough. Yeah, I pretty much only play on my Switch as well. Like I've got a lot of games for other consoles, but I love my Switch, and yeah, that's really all I pay attention to. I'm a Nintendo guy, so
Yeah.
but yeah, I like story-based games too. Fish is saying that he's playing Arkham Knight right now, which the Arkham games are really well regarded from what I understand.
I've played a little bit of the Arkham. Which one was it? Arkham Asylum. I played
Yeah.
pretty much the whole thing with cousin Mike. I think we beat it. I can't remember if we beat it or just close, but it was fantastic.
Sean just finished our Resident Evil Village the other day, and he's saying that Resident Evil might be his favorite series.
I really love the idea of the Resident Evil franchise, but in practice, I haven't actually beat all that many of the games. I've played most of them throughout the years, bits and pieces. I played quite a bit of, obviously, I think I pretty much beat 1, 2, and 3 back in the day, or darn close to beating them anyway, got stuck. It was a long time, it's like 25 years ago. But I have a lot of really good memories of the original ones. Once they got to 4, like, I never really played 4 until much more recently, like 3 or 4 years ago I played 4 and 5 with cousin Mike. I haven't played 6, 7, or 8 yet, but I have a whole bunch of the spin-off games like Resident Evil Revelations and Operation Raccoon City and a bunch of those other ones on like the PS3 and stuff, and the Nintendo Wii that I really enjoy. So I do think it's a fantastic franchise overall.
Sean is now saying that don't forget to play Arkham VR, and completing Arkham Knight is very not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
So apparently, but he says all the games are awesome, and Fish is saying that his Switch is the first model, so it's the not as good battery. My Switch is the first generation model as well. I primarily play in handheld mode, in docked mode, so I don't really have to worry about battery life. And I don't know if I only play for an hour at a time, and I usually charge it up. Like when I am playing handheld, I usually charge it in between play sessions. But I don't have an issue with my Switch battery, but it could just be mine. It could just be the way I play. Everybody plays differently. But
a lot in handheld, but I have 2 Switches. I have a Switch Lite, and I have my Animal Crossing Switch, which is the newer model of Switch with the better battery. However, I almost never take the Animal Crossing Switch out of the dock. Excuse me. Should have a cough button here, somewhere like Frasier in his radio station. So yeah, I play my Switch Lite handheld all the time, and the battery on that seems quite decent. Like I'll usually get 2 or 3 play sessions out of it, and it'll only be down by halfway, and I'll put it on the charger like every 2nd or 3rd day, and then just kind of leave it by the couch for 2 or 3 days and then charge it on the 3rd day or something. And but I only play usually for maybe an hour or so at a time, so I'm getting 2 or 3 1-hour play sessions off of like half the battery, so I think that's pretty good.
7 is Sean's favorite RE, he says. For a longtime fan, he was surprised that a newer game is his favorite, and I've heard that from quite a few Resident Evil fans, that they really loved 7, and just how different it was from all the other ones, and just how good it was at, I guess it's scaring you and keeping you on your toes. I played 7 for the first time a good few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago now. And I am not a horror guy. It doesn't matter if it's books, movies, games, TV, whatever. I think the Doctor Who episode, it's in Series 1 with the gas masks and all that, the Are You My Mummy, that's probably the scariest thing that I'll put myself through on purpose. And the only reason I did RE7 was it was a sub goal. If I had enough subscribers on Twitch, then I would play it. And so we hit the sub goal because everybody wanted to see me piss my pants. And I actually did enjoy. I did enjoy my time. I had gripes with how slow I had to move in certain points when I knew I was safe. But that was also just my coping mechanism, I think, with it being a horror game.
Yeah, for sure.
Being just kind of metagaming it. But it was really cool. 7 is more like the original game, says Sean. Maybe that's why he likes it. I mean, very well. Very well could be. A lot of people love 7. And I think A, it was kind of a return to form, and B, it was like still a fresh take. It still felt like it was a good game, and it wasn't just I don't know, the same old, I guess. Again, I'm not a horror game fan, so I really can't speculate on all the whys, but that's usually my experience with people loving a new game to a franchise when all the previous games have been not so great. And I actually think that's why a lot of people are going to really, really enjoy Pokemon Legends Arceus. And that's why I think a lot of people really enjoyed Breath of the Wild, because they couldn't get into the other Zelda games that are recent. As much as everyone loves Zelda and loves the Zelda series, right? A lot of people got into Breath of the Wild for that reason, I think.
Yeah, I know, like, for me, Breath of the Wild was the first even close to modern Zelda game that I ever played, and I have a real hard time going back to old-style Zeldas now, getting my ass kicked, because of just being used to the modern conveniences of Breath of the Wild and the gameplay style and stuff. Like, I can go back and play Twilight Princess, I can play Skyward Sword, you know.
I'm excited for Skyward Sword HD, actually.
Super excited. I've got it. Oh, God.
Game over.
This game, I love the shit out of this game. Twin stick shooters are like my favorite thing, but I'm so bad.
Alright, see you later, Sean. He's got a bail. He's
alright, man.
Come back for on in a bit.
Alright, cool. Thanks for stopping in.
Besides Fish playing Arkham, he's been playing a lot of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, and he only plays it because the story is amazing. Can't get caught playing it because you actually enjoy the game. No, no, not at all. Whoever enjoys Five Nights at Freddy's, right? It's just so complicated. What the lore. I've never been. I think I played Five Nights at Freddy's once because it's free, but I didn't really enjoy it myself. But if you enjoy a game, and I say this about just about every game, like including Fortnite, you know, Minecraft when everybody was kind of trashing on it, whatever it is, a lot of these games are solid games. They are fantastic games, and it's just because they got overpopular and they have a toxic fan base or a fan base full of kids that people just kind of shit all over them. But Fortnite is a wonderful game, a really well designed game. It's just that, you know, it's just uber popular, and because it's uber popular, you've got, you know, people milked it, people got annoyed with it, but it's still a good game, right? It's not a bad game. It's not like it's, you know, Bethesda level of broken. It's not, you know, it's not like it's unbalanced. It's not like it's a bad game. People like it for a reason, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It really brings us to an interesting point. Like, there's been a lot of shaming going on in the gaming community lately. Like, I actually responded to a tweet last night of a girl that, you know, she said, you know, she wanted to play something like a Resident Evil game just to prove to somebody that she's not just all about the cute little games and stuff. And it's like, look, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. Like, play what you want to play. Play what you love. I don't care that I'm a 43-year-old man who plays Animal Crossing and farming games. That's what I like to play. And sure, I play other stuff from time to time. But, you know, my comfort zone has always been in slower-paced games. I'm not, you know, as you can see here with this twin-stick shooter that I'm playing, you know, I'm having a blast.
Quite literally.
But, yeah, but, like, I'm not actually all that good at it. And, you know, I never get very far in games like this. You know, stuff that I really want to play on a long-term basis is going to be more of those laid-back games, and I don't apologize for that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I enjoy what I enjoy, and that's, you know, that's my right to do so.
Well, exactly. If you enjoy a game, just enjoy it. You know, I love Pokemon. I will go out to anyone that talks to me about video games will say, look, I'm a Nintendo guy. I quite enjoy Pokemon. And a lot of people, they, you know, I mean, I think they, you know, more or less respect me for it at this point, but a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, Pokemon, that game's for kids, like, when they just hear it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really care. It's my enjoyment, my life, and why should anyone else dictate that? You know, if you enjoy Animal Crossing, play Animal Crossing. If you enjoy FNAF, enjoy it. That's how it's. I'm not gonna judge you. I don't think anyone on Nerd Crave will ever judge anyone for that.
Yeah.
Not in our communities. I don't stand for that.
No, like, it really, like, that kind of thing just needs to stop. Like, there are tens of thousands of games out there for millions of different gamers. And not everybody has to be kick-ass at Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Or, like, whatever. There are different games for different people. Do I play Call of Duty? Sure, when Cousin Mike's around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy Call of Duty personally. I mean, when Cousin Mike's around, I'll play with him because it's kind of fun to, go around and just shoot everybody. But I don't play it on my own. I don't even play when my friends are here playing it. Typically, I let them play and have a good time.
Yeah,
but it's
sure.
not my game. But I'm not going to say Call of Duty's a bad game or a bad series because they put out the same game every year, just like hockey. Do I think hockey should be a game? Well, maybe. That's debatable, but it's a good game. It's polished, and the work that the creators and developers put into that, there's a lot. There's so much work and so much love poured into these games. So why are we shitting all over them? I feel like the Pokemon community is like wholesome. It can be. Just don't look up Rule 34. There is a lot of wholesome on Twitch. If you go to the channel Sabian, he's one of my favorite Twitch streamers that does Pokemon. He does shiny hunting mostly, but he does some Nuzlocke stuff as well. Pokemon challenges. He does Pokemon Nuzlocks.
Yeah.
He's based in Germany actually.
Right.
And he's got, you won't be able to get into his chat because he's got 15,000 concurrent viewers.
Right.
But yeah, you're gonna say something?
I was just gonna say play some Sonic Mania or something because I need to take a quick break.
All right.
I'll be back after these messages from our sponsor,
Kaz. I am the sponsor, guys. Let's enjoy some Sonic Mania. All right. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll start in Green Hill Zone and see how this goes. All right, Green Hill Zone, Act 1. No, don't. Games you first played were Sonic, Pokemon, and Mario. I mean, fair enough. Those are some pretty good games. I love Sonic. I actually love this style of Sonic too, and I kind of want to play through Sonic Mania and just enjoy it. And I don't know if I ever will, to be entirely honest, right? But I do love this game. I remember playing the Flash version of this on at school in elementary school. It was really cool. I don't know. It was just really fun, and I love the Sonic series in general. But typically, my streaming, what I do, right now we're doing Minecraft stuff. We have a community Minecraft server over in the Canadian Cafe, which is my Twitch channel. We do have Canadian Cafe Entertainment as well, and you're more than welcome to look into that if it's your desire. But we have a Minecraft server that we're playing on right now, and typically I do Nuzlocke runs, which are really, really cool. So basically in a Nuzlocke run in Pokemon is if your Pokemon faints in battle, it's considered dead, and you're not allowed to use it for the rest of the run. And if you lose a battle, if you white out or black out or whatever, you you lose the run, you actually have to start back from the beginning. Now, these are self-imposed rules, so it's not, hard and fast, of course. It's just for the challenge if you enjoy, if you enjoy a little bit more tough challenges, You play Minecraft a lot? What's my server? So it is a whitelisted community server. So you'll have to join my Discord, which you can do. If you go to Twitch, if you go to the Canadian Cafe on Twitch, I may have a link over there. If not, I can post a link in chat if you guys would like. Okay, can I actually do need more coffee. Awesome, there's that. You have yours? Oh, I see. All right, I'm just selling my channel and stuff.
Going up.
But yeah, I can actually, while I've got the game paused, let me give you guys a link to my Discord, and I'll put one to Nerd Craves as well if you guys would like. Let's go invite, edit invite, and generate new link, copy. Sorry, YouTube just crashed. It's all good. So I'm giving you a link right now to my Discord. So go ahead, join my Discord. This is the Canadian Cafe Entertainment official Discord chat. You're more than welcome to join any games or whatever. If you are looking to join the Discord server, I have in the gaming discussions channel. I have the IP address. Shit. Oh, cool. Hello. Ugh.
We'll be back after these messages.
Apparently. Hello, puppy.
Maybe now's a good time for you to meet my dog.
Yep.
Ooh.
So let's see, where did the other cord go that was holding everything together?
The dog just knocked over everything in the street, unplugged the switch, and unplugged the Elgato. Everything's askew, so... You are a riot.
Yes, she is. You saw the dog in the background? Yep. It would be in the background.
Sit down.
So let's see if this will load up here. Hopefully it does. We may be down.
Switch may have been turned off.
No, the switch light is still on here. So I wonder... I don't know. Rip everything, right, Dev?
We'll just maximize our videos and let's have a chat.
All right.
I want to talk about E3 anyway, because I'm pretty excited about E3 coming up.
All right, let's just turn the Elgato down for now, or off. We'll put us up. Some more discussion-based format. Make it look a little nicer, you know? So professional. All right. So let's get started. Let's talk. Let's chit-chat.
Yeah, so what are your hopes and dreams for E3 this year? What are you looking at getting announced? Like, there's so many things from so many different companies that people have been looking forward to. Obviously, there's stuff like the rumors of Metroid Prime 4, which I think is never coming out. And, Breath of the Wild 2 and stuff. But what are you looking forward to?
Well, I would love to see, and I doubt that we're going to be entirely honest, but I'd love to see some Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl news.
Well, we might get a teaser trailer.
We might get a teaser, and that'll send the theorists flying. We are kind of starved for news in the Pokemon community. And they've been trying this. Because we've been complaining that we got not too much news, but too much information in recent generations. And so with Generation 8, they actually gave us little to nothing over the release window. We got like little bits, but it was one extreme to the other. We got too much, and then we got not enough, and they don't seem to know how to strike that balance. But that's okay. Like I'd rather them tell us nothing and then be surprised in game and get to enjoy the game without knowing anything. That's how I see it.
Yeah, for me, like...
And then I love to see Breath of the Wild 2 stuff as well.
I think Nintendo, like, there's going to be a shitstorm if they don't at least, like, end off their E3 presentation with some kind of Breath of the Wild 2 news.
Yeah.
Everybody's expecting that game to be either a holiday release this year or by the end of the fiscal year as a spring release before the end of March 2022. People are absolutely dying for this news, and also we've gotten absolutely not a peep out of Nintendo about any kind of Zelda 35th anniversary news. Like, yes, we got Skyward Sword announced, but they didn't say anything about the 35th anniversary during that announcement.
Yeah.
And most people are saying that's because we were still in the middle of Mario's 35th anniversary, but, you know, if they're going to announce some kind of celebration for Zelda, and traditionally they have treated Zelda and Mario quite differently. Like, they tend to give Zelda a lot more in the way of celebration stuff, whether it be special edition console releases or, you know, you look back at the GameCube, you had things like, you know, the Master Quest game or whatever that had Ocarina of Time and stuff like that on it. You know, they do a lot with the Zelda franchise normally, and they're just dead silent right now. So,
I heard that they did have something planned for Zelda 35th, and this is just speculation. I think it was actually from the Arlo channel,
right?
Where they were talking about
Arlo, that's the guy with the Grover Muppet. Or
yeah,
whatever.
That's the Muppet Boy. I love his channel. I love Arlo. But the speculation was that he's, or is that what they're doing is that I can't think right now. They are doing the Zelda 35th, but it's pushed back because of COVID.
Right.
So what they're doing is we're planning to release or announce Skyward Sword like right away at the beginning of the year, or maybe when Mario 35th ended, like right away.
Yeah.
And announce everything then, but because of everything being pushed back with development cycles and everything, because nobody could work for half a year to a year.
Yeah.
It just pushed the whole thing back, and so now they're just kind of being silent about it, and they're like, well, we're still in the middle of Zelda 35, so we can still say something in June E3 or something like that, right? I don't know. It's interesting. I'd have to find the link in the video to find it, but
like recent rumors have stated that there's a Donkey Kong game coming.
Yeah, there have been rumors about that, which is really cool.
They're saying from the different rumors and leaks, and you never know what you can believe with that, but they're saying we can probably expect it to not be part of the Donkey Kong Country lineage, but be a separate thing and maybe be a 2.5D game rather than a 3D game. What do you think about that?
I've never really been into the Donkey Kong series. It's one I've always kind of wanted to get into, but I just never have.
Yeah.
But it'd be pretty cool to get another 2.5D game, which is basically...
Did you get Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze from me in that trade?
I can't remember. I can't remember if I did or not.
Or did I send that to Lily? I can't remember.
It maybe, and I could, go look real quick if I had to, but...
it's excellent.
Yeah.
One of the best 3D platformers.
I have
really
heard,
3D.
Yeah, it's the 2.5D.
2.5D, but yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. No, I heard that it was one of the best in a long time, and it was remastered for the Switch. Was it just Tropical Freeze Deluxe or something? Is that what
Something
it was?
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I'm interested to see another Donkey Kong game.
Another rumor that's floating around right now, and I mean everybody is constantly making stuff up regarding Metroid, so it's impossible to know. But there's another rumor floating around that they're going to announce another 2D Metroid.
Yeah.
Which I find doubtful because the last Metroid game, Samus Returns on the 3DS, was a failure. Like, it barely sold anything. It was a fantastic game. Metroid fans absolutely loved it, but, I think Nintendo's going to be hesitant to drop another 2D Metroid after the last one was really not all that great.
Yeah.
I think, everybody thinks it's an obvious fit that we're going to get the Prime Trilogy remastered for the Switch.
Yeah.
There was recently an article apparently from a designer from, I guess is it Retro Studios, I think it is.
Yeah, that's who's working on it right now.
I guess an ex-employee of Retro Studios said it's not likely that we're going to see the trilogy remastered because of a couple of things, but primarily because of the motion controls in Metroid Prime 3 would be really hard to change back over to, conventional controls for the Switch, which I don't really believe because they're doing it for Skyward Sword. Right now, they're, removing motion controls and stuff.
Now, they're not removing motion controls in Skyward Sword, but
yeah.
What they're doing in Skyward Sword, it's a sword versus a camera, right? So, you flick down to swing down, flick up to swing up, left, right. Versus your camera. I mean, I still think that they easily could have that, have the cursor move separately from your camera, whatever. But it would be interesting, and it would be hard to do, because, I think they could easily still do it if they just turned into, Call of Duty, basically, in terms of your, first-person shooter go, and then you still get to play through the story, you just aren't, looking ahead and pointing in the corner. Right? It would be different. It would be difficult, but they could do it. I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah, Nintendo's had a weird relationship with the Metroid franchise over the years. Metroid has never been a big seller. I think, trying to remember which game it was, but I don't think the entire Metroid franchise has sold more than a few million copies between all the games put together. Whereas you look at something like, Mario Kart 8 has sold 35 million copies.
Yeah, now that is
just on the Switch.
Yeah, and that is Mario Kart and Mario Kart 8 being the recent one. But still, that's a lot of copies of any given game, let alone
There
whole
are
series.
huge AAA games on the PS4 that don't sell 10 million copies.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario Kart 8
sold triple.
Mario Kart 8 sold 10 million copies this year in its like 4th year after release.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Just in the last fiscal year, it sold 10 million copies.
Yeah, so.
Like, I don't think Horizon Zero Dawn ever sold 10 million copies.
Probably
We'd
not.
have to look that up.
Mm-hmm.
God of War maybe sold 10 million copies. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man maybe sold 10 million copies.
I honestly wouldn't know.
But we're talking about a system that sold 10 million copies in its like 3rd or 4th year after release.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many other Nintendo games that are huge like that too. Like Super Mario Party sold like 7 million copies.
Which is ridiculous, because like it's better than some of the more recent Mario Party games, but it's still regarded to be not one of the greatest ones. But I guess they brought back single player on the board, not having to drive around in a car, so that was good.
Yeah.
Fish is saying here that there's a cool new PS5 game coming out. Yeah. It's where you play as a cat or something in some sort of like droid world. Apparently it's called Stray, which I feel like I might have heard of it, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a trailer on YouTube, so we'll have to check that out later.
So you don't really pay attention to much outside of the Switch.
No, yeah,
really. But is there anything from any other people that are going to be at E3, like the likes of Ubisoft or
there is
something like that
from
that
Bethesda.
you're looking forward to? Yeah.
I want to see what they're doing in general. What I understand is they're working on Stellaris right now, which is their new IP.
Oh, you mean
Starfield?
Starfield.
Sorry, not Stellaris. Starfield.
Starfield.
Which is their newest IP RPG. It takes place in space, right?
Yeah.
And from what it looks like, you're going to be able to craft customize your own spaceships and stuff and explore planets, kind of like No Man's Sky, but Bethesda's take.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested to check that out, but from what I understand, it's probably going to be a Game Pass exclusive.
Game Pass exclusive?
Well, you can buy a physical copy on the Xbox, but you can also play it on PC through Game Pass.
Okay.
Or on Xbox through Game Pass, but the prevailing opinions of the community is that you're not going to be able to get it on PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is going to be, because Microsoft has said that they're not going to interfere with any current deals, or Bethesda has said that they're not going to let Microsoft influence any current deals they have. So they may have already had deals with Sony to release it on the PlayStation.
They may have, yeah, and
which
we're
is
probably
totally
going to
possible.
find that out at E3.
I really hope so.
I'm really interested to see what Microsoft is going to announce at E3. Mm-hmm. Going forward into the next year, Game Pass has just been exploding. I was just on Game Pass yesterday, browsing around some.
They have so many games on there.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. But
first day of launch stuff, like unbelievable.
Outside of that, though, I do want to see, and I doubt this is my pie in the sky. I want to see some sort of news about Elder Scrolls 6.
That would be nice.
Because it's been 10 years since Skyrim came out.
Well, and, hey, Rockstar, how about another Grand Theft Auto game that isn't 10,
that's true.
11 years of Grand Theft Auto 5? Come on, guys.
But I guess just they keep selling, and they can keep selling the same game with new expansions or whatever, or updated textures, being Skyrim. Yeah. They can keep selling it to us over and over. I have 6 copies of Skyrim overall. I have 3 on PC, being the original, the special edition, I think, is the upgraded one. Yeah. And VR, and I have one on the Switch. I have one on the 360. And I must have 5.
Right.
But yeah, still 5 copies. That's a lot of one single game.
I think the only game in my collection that I have more than 1 copy of, well, there's 2. I have multiple copies of Ni no Kuni.
Yeah. Because
I have the greatest hits and the black box version on the PS3,
and
as well as the Japanese DS version, which is slightly a different game. It's not really the same game exactly, but but then I also have 2 copies of Rune Factory 4, because I initially bought it on the 3DS.
And now you bought it for the
loved
Switch.
it, and then when I found it on the Switch, I bought it instantly and bought the special edition and everything, which gorgeous special edition, by the way.
Fish is asking if Pokemon Snap is worth it because he might buy it. If you played the original Pokemon Snap, it is a huge nostalgia trip. Old characters show up in pretty early on in the game, which is really cool. I mean, there was really only one character that could show up anyway. And it's really cool getting to go through these different worlds and see the habitats of Pokemon. I've seen some Pokemon YouTubers saying that they appreciate Bidoof now just because of the personality that the Pokemon Snap designers put into the game.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy those sorts of, very calm, soothing, sort of just chill and take pictures and accumulate points sort of game and getting better pictures to get better points and going through the same tracks over and over and seeing Pokemon interact with their environments in different ways, for that it's really cool. I personally, as a fan, love the game. But it depends if you like that type of game, right?
I would say from a completely different perspective, I'm a guy who I've played maybe...
All right, see you later, Fish. Have a good night.
I've played maybe 2 hours of Heart Gold, 2 or 3 hours of Heart Gold, maybe 2 or 3 hours of Pokemon Sun, a little bit of Pokemon XD on the GameCube, maybe a couple hours worth. That's the extent of my Pokemon exposure, other than looking over Kaz's shoulder. And I love Pokemon Snap because I feel like I'm being introduced to the characters in a non-threatening way where I don't have to really figure anything out, like battles or anything. I can just discover the world, discover the characters, and it's a super laid-back, beautiful-looking game where I can just explore this world, take some pictures, have a little bit of a story unfold.
Yeah.
Learn about the lore a little bit, learn about the characters, the Pokemon themselves. So I'm actually enjoying it, and I don't consider myself a Pokemon fan. I mean, I'm not a Pokemon hater. I've just never really gotten into it, but I am enjoying Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful game. I'm super excited to get into it some more than I do.
Yeah.
Just time. The life of a content creator, right?
Yeah. So, have you ever considered... I have been doing something pretty interesting recently, and I don't know necessarily, who's been in the stream or who's going to see the stream, going forward, but I have been reaching out to some indie creators recently and building some relationships on Twitter with some indie game developers, and I've started to pick up some of their games and check them out, and I'm getting really interested in some of these like micro indie games that are put together by like one person in their house. And I've started to review some of them, and I think I'm going to start making some video content about some of these to help some of these creators get some exposure and stuff like that. Is that something you might be interested in doing with me at some point, like doing a stream where we play a random... There's this one game I've been checking out. I believe the creator's name on Twitter is, I hope I'm not mixing this up, it's Long Play Games, I think it is. He's the one that created Cygnus Pizza Race. And it's an interesting, racing game based on kind of an F-Zero sort of an idea.
Okay.
Where you've got like a hover ship sort of, and you're going around on the track. But then you're collecting pizza toppings.
Huh. So that's right in our alley.
Yeah, which I'm, we're both in the pizza business. So, you're collecting pizza toppings, and then somehow, I'm not sure how the scoring works out, but apparently, like, it goes towards, like, building a pizza or something. I've only played it for about 45 minutes, but I really want to play it some more, and he's got, like, online multiplayer tournaments and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And, like,
good for him. Good job, buddy.
The game's cheap. It's, like, $5 or something on Steam.
Nice.
So, I was thinking of maybe getting into one of these tournaments or something like that and streaming it at some point. So that
would be really interesting. We can definitely do that sort of thing at some point. I would totally be down. Excuse me, Sakura. Hello. We got the dog right here, and she's just coming to say hello. She just wants her attention. Her dose of attention,
I've been following really closely another like small to medium-sized developer, the people that made Summer and Mara that I reviewed. They actually gave me a review code back in the early days of my channel, literally in the first 2 or 3 months of my channel.
Before you even really understood how to capture footage and gameplay footage and stuff.
Yeah, it was actually really bad, but I was super grateful to them for giving me that opportunity, and I actually did like the game quite a
Mhm.
bit. They've created another game, and I did reach out to them to try and get another review code, but I wasn't able to get a hold of them before the game launched, so I'm just going to buy it and review it at some point. It's called Dayland Pocket Planet, and
Mhm.
it's kind of got this Mario Galaxy sort of idea mixed with a farming sim.
Okay.
So you start out on like a little planet, it's like your little island, and you do some farming stuff, and then you have to like warp over to another planet in the galaxy to interact with somebody and further the story, and like maybe they need you to go back and grow some tomatoes and bring them back to them or something. And
Yeah.
there's all these different planets and stuff, so it sounds really interesting. So that's something I'm going to be getting into and trying to do a review of at some point. But I've got 3 or 4 other farming games on the go right now. I just started Stardew Valley again. I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy Stardew Valley really when I first got it on Steam,
Mhm.
but I'm giving it a second chance. I picked it up for like $16.99 on the Switch, so if I'm gonna like it anywhere, I'm gonna like it on the Switch. So I'm gonna give that a try. I've also got that Doraemon Story of Seasons to check out.
Yeah.
Um, so Dealand will probably be a couple months down the road,
Yeah.
but I've got it in my wish list now, and I'm kind of hoping for a price drop or something, and we'll see what happens. So
Yeah, no, best of luck. I would totally be interested in doing some more reviews and stuff. We'll have to see how it goes for sure, but I would be interested.
yeah, now I'm actually got on the editing, and I should explain a few things. I've had some problems over the last 2 weeks with my computers and technology and my editing stuff. My editing suite stopped working. I was using Premiere Elements 2021 as my main editing software, and I did have Adobe CS6 Premiere as well, like just an old copy kicking around, but I didn't really use it. My Elements stopped working.
Mhm.
Something went wrong with the computer. Something, I don't know, a Windows update or something, and it was terrible. So I couldn't edit anything. So I ended up, you'll see on my channel a couple videos ago, I did one that was like unplugged or whatever, where I just had no editing whatsoever, and then I did a YouTube short or something that I edited on my phone. But now I've taken the leap to the next level. I've subscribed to the Adobe subscription for Premiere, and picked up something called Motion Array, which you really need to check out.
Yeah.
It's a little bit expensive, I guess. It's like $30 a month US.
Oh, geez.
But it's amazing. The stuff, like what you're getting in that subscription is not just like the plugin. You're getting the license to use hundreds of thousands of pieces of stock photos and stock
Now,
videos.
if I needed it, if I really needed it, I would probably do it. Because it actually is really cool license, and I'm sure a lot of people don't actually care about the back end of YouTube here, so we'll keep it short.
Yeah.
But what I use for all my music needs is Harris Heller's Stream Beats.
Yeah, I follow him on YouTube too, and I need to get a Spotify account so that I can just stream them off there.
You can actually just download all the stream beats from his channel, streambeats.com.
Oh, okay.
And there's so much there, and it's all high quality, like studio level music.
Yeah, his stuff is
and
good.
It's all free to use. He has a license on his channel or whatever that you can download to say you're free to use this, and you'll never get a copyright claim. And if you do, like, just go to him and be like, hey, just so you know, this claimed, and he'll be like, okay, I'm on it. That sort of thing. Like his whole thing is Senpai Records is his record studio that he's trying to create, right? His whole thing is he wants to create license-free music that we're able to use as streamers and content creators, and it's really good music. If you go watch anything on the Rookie Division YouTube channel, all the music is from there, except for the intro music, which I actually commissioned a few years ago for a different channel.
Right.
But we used it there.
Yeah.
So,
back to games and stuff. I'm pretty interested in how I started all that to say I'm working on the next roundtable video.
Okay.
Which is going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but we are talking about several games each that we want to see given the Final Fantasy treatment.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy VII treatment, I should say, which is a complete top to bottom remaster, remake, not just a remaster graphical upgrade, but literally taking the spirit of the game and making a new game. Completely new gameplay, new graphics,
which
new
is like
music.
even more than Ruby and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire being remade into Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Those were those are probably considered some of the best remakes outside of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Which I mean, I guess theoretically it's one of the very few.
Yeah.
But they're considered to be sort of the most out there and sort of new content.
Yeah.
But still keeping the spirit of the games. But even more so, Final Fantasy, I think, did that a lot better with Final Fantasy VII, where it's new mechanics, it's for new players and old, and it's more than just being
it's
a
more
remake.
Story. It's more levels.
It's a new story. There's
the spirit of the original game is there. The main overarching story is there, but everything else is completely new.
Yeah, with a lot of the stuff they changed. They actually don't they have like time wraiths or something? I heard that was part of the story. Where
I
things that were different.
It yet, but I know that there are some things that people said were kind of retconned or whatever. But I've seen enough video footage of it to know that
you're gonna enjoy it.
The only reason I haven't played it is because I don't have a PlayStation 4. I'm waiting for that damn timed exclusive to be over so that I can buy it on Xbox, which should happen this summer apparently.
That's awesome.
So
apparently the whole all the stuff that's retconned, all these time wraiths or whatever are coming through. And that's actually going to become part of the plot.
Yeah.
And then that's why it's a different story than the original.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that they did that.
So we've got several guests. I've got a new guest this month, Generation Pixel. He's from Scotland.
Okay.
Super awesome guy that I've been talking back and forth with on Twitter, and he watches some of my videos, and I watch some of his. And so he's appearing for the first time. And then, of course, we've got Smash JT back, and Them Troopers coming back for the second time.
Nice.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got to shoot my segments of the video. I know for sure 2 of the games that I'm going to mention, but I'm still waffling on the 3rd. So, that's hopefully going to be tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll be getting that ready and hopefully uploading Tuesday or Wednesday.
Now, I don't think I'm going to be part of this roundtable, but there is another one that I'm hoping to get on.
Yeah.
But my contribution to do some sort of remake, I would say the original Elder Scrolls Arena. Yeah. I would love to see that game remade, given the Final Fantasy VII treatment, so that we could play it with modern conveniences, but still have that feel of getting to go in and see these vast towns and do these fetch quests and stuff. Have your weapons and armor that you have to repair, and have that sort of classic RPG feel, but with modern mechanics. So I'm not dying just because I can't turn around fast enough, or I'm not just absolutely getting obliterated by a wolf. Yeah. So something more modern where I can still go and I still have to go get these quest items and whatever. But I want to experience that story. I want to experience the story of that and Daggerfall and all the other Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
And I actually talk to my friend Tyrone about this all the time. He always says he wants the Oblivion remade, and I'm like, there's no point. There's absolutely no reason to remaster a game that's that modern. Yeah. There was no reason for them to remaster The Last of Us.
No. And they're remastering it again for the PS5, even though it's already available with an upgrade patch on the PS5 from the backwards compatible
That's ridiculous.
PS4 version.
I don't know
why.
Literally, I guess because they can milk it for money, right? I guess is literally the only reason.
I don't know.
But there's no real reason to do that because it's still super playable. Oblivion, even though it kind of looks like a potato, it's still playable. You can still play Oblivion. Yeah. But you can't really play Arena without dedicating hours and hours to watching tutorials and learning the combat and really committing yourself to hating the game and hating your life. I did that on my Twitch channel for a while, and I really did. I actually grew to hate those streams. I really did not want to start streaming with those. Yeah. So eventually I just killed that game. I said, nope, we're done. We're going to move on to something else. I started playing Skyrim for a while because I needed something to chill out with. Yeah. And it was fun. I had a good time, and now we do multiplayer Thursdays. Yeah. So.
Well, I think we're running towards the end of our material.
Unfortunately, with this capture card dying, we've kind of run out of everything.
That's okay.
So, but I will, because I have some Pokemon cards from you as well.
Right, let's open those up.
I'm going to open 2 here, 2 packs, because we got 4 here. I'm going to open 2 packs here, and I'm going to open 2 packs on my stream on Tuesday.
So if you want to see the other 2 packs,
exactly,
go ahead and subscribe.
Twitch.tv/Canadian Cafe. I can put it in chat if anybody needs. let's do that, because you know what? There's going to be people watching this later, I'm sure, right? So Twitch, let's see, what twitch.tv/Canadian Cafe. There we go. But yes, I will be streaming on Tuesday. I'm streaming Pokemon Mystery Dungeon on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday is more of Minecraft for Minecraft May. So the packs that you got me, you just go in and you say, give me the newest stuff. And the newest stuff at the time when he got them is this Pokemon Battle Styles, which is really cool. It's more of a competitive set. They usually put out more competitive sets as the big bulk set, and then there's sort of collector sets put out in between, which recently has been Hidden Fates, which has been a Shining Fates. Shining Fates. Which has been a fantastic series, but because Pokemon's gotten so expensive recently, it's been near impossible to get anything. Now, I don't know if we're going to get anything cool in these. Really, there should theoretically be some sort of holo or rare or something. But if we get, say, a secret rare or a rainbow rare, I like to give those card codes out for those who play on the online TCG. So those codes, if I get them tonight, will be available on my stream on Tuesday as well. Sweet. All right, so let's get them open here. So there is actually a method to opening Pokemon cards and revealing them on stream in case anybody hasn't seen a card opening pack before. So what you do is you take the back three, 1, 2, 3, and you put them to the front. And then there's an energy card at the back. And then in this case, it is a grass type energy or a leaf type energy, whatever. And then that's when you can start revealing the cards. And now we know the very back card is going to be the rare or the most important card of the pack. But we can still see what we've got, right? So the webcam doesn't focus very, very well. But here we've got Phoebe. And then a Bruxish, which is pretty cool. Followed by Honchkrow. And then we go into our commons with Horsey. Mankey, which it looks like this is a single strike Mankey. I don't actually know what that's about. I'd have to look into that, but that's pretty cool. We've got a Mawile, a Fomantis, Remoraid. This is reverse holo Morpeko, and it's in its hangry form, which is one of its abilities, by the way. And then this is a Stonjourner, which is actually not a very well-received Pokemon, believe it or not. And that was pretty blurry. I do apologize. I need to get like a DSLR type setup or something if I wanted to fix that. But it is what it is. So nothing cool in that pack, unfortunately. But now we have the second pack as well, Battle Styles. And this will be the last pack for tonight. As I said, we're only doing 2 tonight. Yeah, okay. Feel free to take a look at the art. And if there's anything cool that catches your eye, we can talk about it once I've got these open. Why don't I recognize like any of these? Are these like newer to like? Newer? They are mostly, yeah. They're from the most part, they're Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield. Which if you've only played, I guess you played a little bit of Sun, but probably not enough to know most of those Pokemon. Not beyond the first like 3 or 4 enemies exactly you encounter in the very first town or whatever. Exactly, and that's probably why. And even if you did play. Because Horsey is a first-generation Pokemon, but you wouldn't have encountered it without really getting into the game and doing some fishing and doing fishing in later areas. Right. So, all right, so I think I've got everything ready here. So this was a water energy for this booster pack. And let's see what we've got here. So, starting us off here is a Carnivine. Let me see if I can get this to focus at all, eh? If the webcam will it focus? It's like the Will It Blend series, right? Okay, it's not focusing too well. But we're going to have to say that is good enough, eh? Whatever. All right, Carnivine, we've got Swordward and Shieldbert, which is everybody's most hated DLC characters. Bisharp, which I actually love this Pokemon personally. Spearow, the enemy to the Godbird Pidgey. Pachirisu, Cherubi, Minefu, Silicobra, Reverse Holo Primeape, and a Centiskorch. So again, nothing super fancy, but some pretty decent cards nonetheless. So nice. Thank you for those. I can't wait to see what the other 2 packs hold for us. Happy birthday. Thank you. It's almost my birthday now. It is, and I'm sure you'll be excited. So, what is the date today? Today is the 16th. 16th. Yours is half a month away. Yeah. Excuse me. It's the very last day, right?
Yep, 31st.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I guess this is where we wrap it up, eh?
Absolutely. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay classy.